Every flag you fly tells the world who you are. Make sure those flags were raised by your own hands. This is Soul and Compass. Every day, you pledge allegiance to something, whether you speak it out loud or not. The question is, did you choose it, or was it chosen for you? Allegiance is rarely a loud moment. It's often quiet, woven into your daily choices, habits, or language. It can feel harmless, invisible, until the moment it's tested. In March 1968, in a small Vietnamese village called My Lai, a company of U.S. soldiers received orders. The orders were clear: sweep the village, destroy enemy positions, leave nothing behind. But what happened next would stain the conscience of a nation. Hundreds of unarmed civilians, men, women, and children were killed. Some soldiers obeyed without hesitation. Some obeyed while feeling a knot in their stomach, and a few refused, even under the threat of court-martial. In that moment, allegiance to command clashed with allegiance to conscience. Only one could win, and in that decision, a truth emerged. Allegiance can save you, or it can own you. A brief definition and history of allegiance. Allegiance is defined as loyalty or commitment to a leader, cause, or group. The word comes from an old French form, allegiance, and medieval Latin, legitia, meaning the binding tie of a vassal to their lord. It began as an obligation. You were born into allegiance, and breaking it was treason. In monarchies, allegiance was to the sovereign, unquestioned, unchallenged. And in America, allegiance shifted towards ideals and institutions. The Pledge of Allegiance, marriage, military oaths, the promise to uphold a constitution. But history makes one thing clear. Allegiance has always been currency. Leaders demand it, movements thrive on it, and when allegiance is unquestioned, it can be weaponized. Self-identity and indoctrination. Your allegiances help define you. They say something about who you are and what you value and where you stand. But not all allegiances were born from conscious choice. Some are inherited from family, culture, or community, and some are indoctrinated, implanted through repetition, pressure, and emotional conditioning. Consider Oskar Gröning, known as the accountant of Auschwitz. He never loaded a weapon or opened a gas chamber door. His job was to process and catalog the belongings of those sent to die. For decades, he defended himself, saying, "I was just doing my job." But in court, later in life, he admitted guilt. He says, "I asked for forgiveness for being part of a criminal offense." He didn't kill, but his allegiance kept the machine running. So here's a sovereign principle. If your allegiance can be dictated to you, it is not yours. It belongs to the one who gave it to you. True sovereignty begins when you reclaim the right to choose and the courage to walk away. Allegiance feels safe. It gives you belonging. It asks you not to think too hard because others have already thought for you. But safety can be camouflaged for control. The comfort of belonging can dull the urgency of questioning. And when you stop questioning, your compass no longer belongs to you. Mass allegiance is powerful. It can unite a people for survival or progress, but it can also erase the individual's capacity for discernment. Groupthink thrives on conformity, emotional unity, and fear of exclusion. In these conditions, allegiance is rewarded not for truth, but for sameness. Sometimes, the greatest danger isn't that you'll be forced into allegiance, it's that you will slide into it without even noticing. In the animal kingdom, there's a phenomenon called the death spiral. Ants follow the pheromone trail of the ant ahead. If that trail loops back in on itself, the ants begin marching in a perfect circle, each following the one in front of it, until they collapse from exhaustion. They die moving. They die together. And none of them ever noticed they were going nowhere. Unexamined allegiance works the same way. When you follow only because the one in front of you is moving, you may never see the cliff coming. Allegiance, when chosen with clarity, is one of the most powerful tools you will have. It can anchor you when life is chaotic. It can keep you on course when temptations or distractions pull at your sails. A conscious allegiance to your values, your vision, your purpose becomes a compass you can trust. It keeps you moving towards your goals even when the waters are rough. When you align your allegiance with truth, it strengthens your resolve. It gives you the discipline to stay committed and the courage to act even when it's unpopular. It turns loyalty into fuel for growth instead of a chain that holds you back. So how do we liberate ourselves from misaligned allegiance? Well, ask yourself, where did this allegiance begin? Does it serve my values today? Would I still hold it if there was no reward, no applause, no protection? If the answer is no, it's time to step away. Walking away is not betrayal, it's reclamation of your sovereign will. Every flag you fly tells the world who you are. Make sure they were raised by your own hands and never handed to you by someone who profits from your blindness. If you know someone caught in a death spiral, share this episode with them. Let it be the rope they need to pull themselves free. And if this content resonates with you, like and subscribe to support. Remember, captains, journey within, chart your course. This is Soul and Compass.